Welcome back to the StephenASmith Show. Before I get on out of here, I had to talk about a story that's very, very important. And albeit indirectly, it involves CaitlinClark.
The WNBA is standing on the edge of something big, a moment that could completely change the league. But maybe the real game changer isn't just one superstar. Maybe it's a strategic plan, a calculated move that could redefine what team building looks like forever. Forget everything you think you know about super teams, because a new 2026 roster concept has surfaced, and it's built around CaitlinClark and a co-star so unexpected, it's downright brilliant. This isn't some fantasy lineup pulled from a fan forum. It's a vision that someone like StephenASmith would shout about on national TV. A team so powerful it could send shockwaves across the entire league. Imagine a lineup that would make NBA general managers jealous, a masterclass in chemistry, combining elite offense with perfect complementary pieces that maximize every single possession. This is the kind of formula that turned the Golden State Warriors into a dynasty and made the Miami Heat's Big Three era must-see television. But now it's happening in the WNBA, and the ripple effects could be enormous. At the core of this idea is one undeniable truth: CaitlinClark is a generational talent. She needs the right support around her to unlock her full championship potential. And standing right beside her in this vision is one of the league's toughest, most relentless competitors, Sophie Cunningham. Clark is the offensive genius, the deep-range shooter who stretches defenses to their breaking point. Cunningham, on the other hand, is the enforcer, tough, fiery, and always ready to defend the opponent's best player. Picture Clark hitting logo threes while Cunningham locks down on defense. That combination of flash and grit? It's unstoppable. But there's more to it than just style. Clark thrives when the floor is spaced out, when she can move off the ball, come off screens, and find open looks. For that to work, she needs defenders behind her who can handle the dirty work. That's where Cunningham becomes invaluable. She doesn't just guard, she sets the tone. She's physical, disciplined, and brings the veteran toughness that every great team needs. Cunningham has been in the heat of playoff battles. She's faced elimination and never blinked. That kind of leadership would help guide Caitlin through the pressure of leading a new powerhouse. Together, their chemistry would create a culture of energy, toughness, and excellence, the kind that defines championship teams. And you can already imagine StephenASmith lighting up First Take, saying, "This is exactly what the WNBA needs." He'd call it bold, disruptive, and brilliant, the kind of super team that demands attention. Just like when LeBron joined the Miami Heat or when the Warriors reached their peak, controversy drives viewership, and viewership drives growth. He'd argue this kind of team isn't bad for the league, it's essential. When one team becomes must-watch TV, the whole league benefits. Rival arenas sell out. Highlights go viral. The competition rises. Suddenly, every matchup means something. Now, imagine the rest of that 2026 roster. Alongside Clark and Cunningham, you'd want a dominant post player, someone like a Brianna Jones type, strong enough to battle inside, mobile enough to guard multiple positions, and willing to do the dirty work, rebound, protect the rim, and create second-chance opportunities. At power forward, you'd look for a versatile defender like Brianna Stewart or Aya Wilson, players who can stretch the floor with corner threes and guard anyone from bigs to wings. Their shooting keeps defenders honest and frees up space for Clark to operate. Then add one more guard or wing who can handle the ball, create their own shot, and take pressure off Clark. Someone smart, aggressive, and unselfish, capable of attacking closeouts or finding Clark for those big-time moments. A lineup like that would be built on sacrifice, players willing to trade personal stats for collective success. But let's be real, a team that's stacked would bring major backlash. Fans would accuse the league of allowing a monopoly on talent. Social media would explode with takes comparing it to Kevin Durant joining the Warriors. Talk shows would debate whether it's good or bad for basketball. And yet, that backlash would fuel the story. Everyone would tune in, some to cheer, others to see them fail. Every loss would trend. Every win would be dissected. The pressure would be massive. Anything short of a championship would feel like a disaster. There's also the money side of things. The WNBA's salary cap is tight, which makes super team building tough. For this to work, at least one or two stars would have to take less than their market value. CaitlinClark would deserve a max contract, no question. But players like Cunningham and others might need to accept smaller deals for a chance at a dynasty. It's a gamble, but one that could pay off through endorsements, exposure, and legacy. Playing on a team like this means more national attention, more sponsorships, and more cultural relevance. And if this kind of super team ever comes together, it would change the WNBA forever. It would launch a new era of player empowerment, where stars openly recruit each other, owners push the limits of spending, and front offices get creative just to keep up. Small market teams would need to innovate, build smarter, develop young players, and use elite coaching to compete. Big markets like Las Vegas or New York might respond by forming their own super teams, setting off an arms race across the league. At that point, the WNBA wouldn't just be growing, it would be evolving. More player movement, more strategy, more drama. So, will a super team built around CaitlinClark actually happen in 2026? No one knows for sure. But one thing's clear, the idea is out there now, and it's not going away. The league is at a crossroads. Does it embrace the excitement and the spotlight that comes with super teams? Or does it hold on to traditional balance and parity? Whatever happens, the WNBA's future will never be the same. The stage is set, the clock is ticking, and somewhere, maybe right now, a general manager is drawing up the blueprint that could change basketball forever.